Today, we're dialing the clock way back to the frostbitten realms of the last ice age. In the left corner, stomping through the ancient snow, we have this shaggy behemoth, the woolly mammoth. With its mammoth-sized curling tusks and a coat thick enough to shame the heaviest winter jacket, this creature was the heavyweight champion of the Pleistocene era. And in the right corner, charging with the force of a freight train, is the woolly rhino. Armored with a skin as tough as old leather and sporting a horn that could pierce through the toughest of foes, it's a true gladiator of the glacial periods. Two titans, each a legend in their own right. But who would take the crown in the ultimate showdown of size, strength, and survival? The air is thick with anticipation. Get ready for a colossal clash that history has never seen. It's the woolly rhino versus the woolly mammoth, right here, right now, on Versus. Round 1. We're kicking off with a colossal comparison of size and physical build, coupled with our two competitors' adaptations to the harsh Ice Age environment. In the left corner, the woolly mammoth, a true juggernaut of the ancient world. Standing at a staggering height of about 3 to 3.7 meters and weighing over 5,500 kilograms, these mammoths were not just big, they were built like the tanks of the tundra. Their thick coat of fur, an iconic feature of the species, was more than just for show. It provided crucial insulation against the freezing climates, a testament to their remarkable adaptation skills. Their tusks were a marvel of nature's engineering, curving dramatically and capable of lifting objects nearly as heavy as the mammoth itself. Able to manipulate objects and fend off adversaries, these tusks were the mammoth's Swiss Army knife of survival in the Ice Age. The sheer size of its tusks, capable of reaching lengths over 15 feet, could deter many would-be challengers. But don't count out the woolly rhino just yet! While exact figures on their size are a bit elusive, these creatures were no pushovers. It's estimated that the rhino was a little over 3 meters from head to tail and stood about 1.5 meters tall. It was also a lot lighter than the woolly mammoth at just a measly 1.5 metric tons. The woolly rhino was covered in a thick coat of hair similar to its mammoth counterpart, an evolutionary trait for surviving in the frigid temperatures and brutal conditions of the Ice Age. Equipped with a massive frontal horn, the woolly rhino was a force to be reckoned with. In battle, the woolly rhino's tusk will play a crucial role. Although shorter, its curvature and sharp points make it ideal for goring opponents. As these two giants face off, it's not just about who's bigger, it's about how they use their size and adaptations to dominate the icy landscapes of yore. The mammoth's towering tusks and massive frame were tools of survival, while the rhino's horn and armored hide were its tickets to longevity. Round 2. The woolly mammoth and the woolly rhino not only shared their frostbitten habitat but also a set of formidable natural weapons, each uniquely suited for survival and combat. The woolly mammoth, armed with its signature spiraled tusks. These weren't just for show, they were multifunctional tools of the trade. Ranging up to 15 feet, these mighty tusks were used for digging through snow to reach the grasses beneath, battling rivals, and possibly fending off predators. Imagine the force of a charge from this behemoth. Tusks aimed and ready, a true display of prehistoric power. Now turn your attention to the right corner, where the woolly rhino stands, its most striking feature being the massive horn on its snout. Unlike the mammoth's tusks, this horn was more than just a survival tool, it was a weapon of offense. Made of keratin, the same material as our fingernails, the horn could grow up to 2 feet long, a formidable weapon for defense against predators and rivals alike. The woolly rhino, though not as large as the mammoth, was no less dangerous. Its sheer strength combined with the horn made it a fearsome opponent. The hunting tactics of these giants varied significantly. The woolly mammoth, a gentle giant at heart, was more of a grazer, using its tusks to dig and gather vegetation. On the other hand, the woolly rhino, with its impressive horn, was likely more confrontational, using its natural weaponry to assert dominance and protect its territory. Despite its heavy build, the woolly rhino was capable of quick bursts of speed, essential for warding off predators or competing for mates. When threatened, it likely charged headfirst, using its horn as a spear to impale or strike predators and rivals. And while the woolly rhino was herbivorous, its aggressive behavior would have been crucial during confrontations over grazing areas or waterholes, key resources in the harsh Ice Age environment. As we gear up for the final battle, the question remains, which of these ancient warriors holds the upper hand? The mammoth's tusks or the rhino's horn? Let's see in our final battle. Round 3. Set in the vast frozen landscapes of the Pleistocene epoch, the two titans are about to cross paths. The air is crisp, the ground is a blanket of snow, and the tension is as thick as the fur on these colossal beasts. The woolly mammoth has mistakenly walked into the woolly rhino's watering hole, his territory that he will fight hard to keep. The two creatures lock eyes as the woolly rhino kicks up dust as if warning the woolly mammoth not to come any closer. The woolly rhino, with its massive horn pointing forward, is the first to make a move. It charges, its feet pounding the snow, creating mini avalanches with each step. The rhino's strategy is clear: use its horn and sheer force to strike a decisive blow. But the mammoth isn't an easy target. It's smart, it's huge, and it's got those spiraling tusks. The mammoth, slightly larger and heavier, stands its ground. As the rhino charges, the mammoth skillfully uses its tusks, not just as weapons, but as tools to deflect the rhino's deadly horn. The tusks of the mammoth, like long, curved swords, are a formidable defense. The two giants collide, a thunderous clash that echoes through the icy wilderness. In this dance of giants, it's a battle of agility versus brute strength. The rhino, quick and aggressive, aims to use its speed and horn to outmaneuver the larger mammoth. However, the mammoth, with its immense size and strength, seeks to overpower the rhino, using its tusks to push and throw its opponent off balance. As the fight intensifies, it becomes clear that each creature's strengths are also its weaknesses. The rhino's horn, while deadly, leaves it vulnerable if it misses its target. The mammoth's size gives it power, but it lacks the agility of the rhino. After a grueling battle of back and forth, the rhino's size ultimately proves its downfall. It's just too weak to stand a chance against the mammoth. The mammoth inflicts its final blow with a stab to the tired and beat-up body of the woolly rhino as it falls down to the ground in defeat. So the woolly mammoth emerges as the victor. Its combination of size, strength, and tusks prove too much for the rhino. The mammoth stands tall, a true king of the Ice Age. And there you have it, folks. In this clash of prehistoric titans, the woolly mammoth claims the crown. Its majestic presence and formidable tusks reign supreme in the ancient world of giants. Now let's see how it fares against a more modern opponent, the elephant. Let's see who wins on another round of verses.